Hey everyone, my name is Brittany. Welcome back to Carrots and Olives. I want to do more journal with me's, and I know I used to do that back in the day with one of my traveler's notebooks, but I kind of gotten out of that because I've been obsessed with the folios and mainly just journaling without much creativity in my journaling, just basic journaling. So I thought, we know that I've been using this guy, which is the Waypoint from Chic Sparrow, and I'm sorry if I keep throwing this at you guys in my videos, but I do love this leather. It is getting a little bit of patina. You can see the edges here are just curling up so easily. I can't wait until she comes out with a folio in this leather and in the clear leather, so I'm excited for that. Now this is another reason as to why I kind of wanted to go back to the A5 size, because One Book July has spoiled me. I was using the Breeze notebook and I was using it for One Book July, and I was journaling and also planning. Now I don't want to journal and plan in the same notebook. I had this notebook which came with the purchase of this cover from Rowena, and it is Tomoe paper, and it's just like a small thin insert that she typically sends with all of her notebooks. I thought I would try to use this notebook to see if I can really just do a journaling notebook in the A5 size. So really this video is just about me doing like a little bit of a collage, colorful spread to prep my pages for journaling. So I hope you guys like this video. I will kind of show you some of the supplies I'll be using, and I may be putting on some music just because I can't talk and journal or, you know, create all the time. Let's see. I have my trusty stuffed bag, as you can see. I'm sorry for the lighting. I'm doing this at like really early in the morning and the sun hasn't risen yet, so I'm relying on my light, and it's from this direction, so it's kind of dark over here. I will try to lighten the video so you can see everything. But this guy is like stuffed, super stuffed, and I really like it because I can take it around the house. So I have my little rag for watercolors, and I got this new case for watercolors because I had my old Schmincke case, but I'm accumulating some more watercolors, so I wanted to be able to have everything in one. It's like the larger I get, the heavier my tins are getting, and I've noticed a big difference between my Schmincke and this one in weight. It is heavier. This one's supposed to be able to hold 48, and I think I have 48 colors in here. I'm not 100%. I haven't counted yet. So I'm going to be using this. I'm going to be using my fountain pens, which are like stuffed in here, and I might use some other materials. If I do and you have questions, just please post them in the comments below. And I think I'm going to use my new Da Vinci, like, is this like a mop brush? I don't know what the proper name is, but this is like a number 2 size, and I love this because it just soaks up so much water and paint that it's almost like you can paint forever. So I kind of wanted to decorate this page. I don't know if I'm gonna journal. I started off the notebook by doing just some swatches, which is like an easy way to kind of break in a notebook, I think. And it doesn't have to be watercolor swatches. It could just be swatches of your pens, or swatches of different inks, swatches of your colored pencils, whatever. But I think it's an easier way to just break in a new notebook if you are nervous about the white blank page. Then I just started journaling and decorating, and I kind of want to keep up with this brightness and colorfulness and playfulness in my journal. This has Tomoe River paper, which has that beautiful crinkle noise. Sorry for the vehicle in the background. Okay, so my plan is to kind of prep this page for journaling, add some colors to this page, add some color to this page possibly, but mainly prep my pages here. To do that, I'm also going to use this watercolor piece, which I'm going to use this side because this one's done, this one's not done, and try to add that, incorporate it somehow into my page. And it's with the thick watercolor paper by Arches. So I think I might use this as a tip-in, and yeah, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. So I'm gonna get started and put on some music, and you can just watch me work. Okay, so this I think is the finished spread. What I've used is my Coliro, and I've used this rose gold color. I've also used my Pigma Graphic Archival ink in the number 3 size, and this has a chiseled tip nib, which has allowed me to write in thicker font. I also use the Micron number 2, my go-to thick brush pen number 22 for down here on the love, and I like using Faber-Castell. It does not bleed. Sometimes microns bleed when they aren't dried 100%. So I started off with the micron, but then I added my Faber-Castell Pitt Artist pen, and I really like leaving the flower white and then painting around the flower. I use my watercolors for the background. Of course, you saw that. I use Carmine in the Daniel Smith, and I use the yellow from Jane Davenport, and blended those together. I used a little bit of the Bordeaux color, and then I drew some flowers, just some messy flowers here. Hydrangea, was it marigold, I think, the flower name. And then the front, I ended up adding this card just to give the front of the book a little bit more structure. I am trying to journal with more permanent inks because I don't want my journaling to run. So as I've mentioned in a previous video, I did get another Magnum fountain pen, and I got this in the white. Now, one thing to be aware of is that when you do write with fountain pen over paint, your line becomes a little bit thicker. So that's why I want to write with the fine fountain pen, because I know my medium fountain pen is kind of like it's a thicker line than the fine, more than I like. Typically, this is what the medium looks like, but if I were to write on paint, it will be a little bit thicker than that. So I'm going to be writing with a fine fountain pen, and that was the reason for getting this fountain pen. They have it in here so snug. Okay. And isn't it pretty? Now, I probably am gonna get this thing all gross and funky looking just because that's what I do. I use my stuff and can abuse it sometimes. This one does come with 2 cartridges, and oh wow, that's one thing I've noticed with this fountain pen is that Goulet pens includes a cartridge converter, but I got this from Pen Chalet and they do not include the cartridge converter, which is a bummer. So I'm gonna have to figure out if I have some extra cartridge converters to use. This is what I'm gonna use once I find some ink and cartridge converters. Okay, so I started journaling and I came up with another idea, and that is to use my Midori paper that is wrapped around those Midori books and to kind of add a little bit more to the page. So I drew some flowers and I washi taped it in. And that really completes my spread there. Now back to the video. And I hope you guys did like this video. I'm going to try to do more journal with me's. If you did like it, please hit the like button. And if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing because I have a lot more to come. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye!